Normani, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, and we had our off-camera talk about, our names being confused and people mispronouncing it. I was calling you Normani.
You were?
I'm sorry.
I'm disappointed.
I know, but, I tell people my name's Tatiana and they go, Chariana.
They say Chariana?
Toddy. Hey, Toddy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, Toddy.
Toddy.
It's like a tater tot.
It's exactly like that. So you get my pain. All right.
Yeah,
so
no, I do.
All
the time.
I will not mess up your name. Where is it from? You have to tell me where.
My uncle, he actually passed away from cancer.
Okay.
And I'm my mom's firstborn, so she promised him that her firstborn would be named after him.
Okay.
So she kind of made it into a female
You're
name.
the tribute baby.
Yes.
You're the baby that's going to be, you helped her to remember her brother.
Absolutely.
That is amazing. That's a good story because I was going to ask you if your dad's name was Norman.
No, my dad's name is Derek.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. You could have been Derica or Derica.
No, listen. It's funny that you say that because he actually wanted to name me Derica.
See, I knew it. And so I have this theory every time people call in and their name has like a guy name first and then it feminizes
like one letter
it.
after
I'm like,
it.
That's your daddy. Your mom loves your daddy.
My dad begged my mom, and she was like, "Hell no."
That's amazing. That's pretty fun. I'm glad that you've finally put to rest my conspiracy theory. And when Frankie comes over, I told you.
I told you. No,
Davina
you're right.
is David. Her dad's name is David. Ask her.
her.
Okay, so you've dropped Corday and Hamilton. You're going one, and does this have anything to do with the fact that I've stalked you? I'm sorry, I had to, and I
feel like I
couldn't
know
say your
where
name
you're
right, but
going.
I stalked you. Beyonce is.
I knew it.
It's a one name. You drop
It is a one
everything
name.
else. It's branding, isn't it? Really?
Right. I mean, for me personally, I just feel like Normani is powerful on its own, and so many people, like we've talked about, butch my name. So it's, how do I expect them to get Normani Corday right if they can't even get Normani right? You know, and I feel like, I don't know, just visually, like, it's powerful on its own. I don't think that it's necessary for the rest of my name to really be.
You know what's powerful? Like this thing you did.
Oh, the
with your
stance?
hair. Yeah.
It's on the eyes, too. You got some eyes.
You're fierce. Yeah, I saw that picture. I was like, oh my gosh, she's coming in here. Sweat beads.
Sweat.
Like you're pretty.
You're fierce, too, though.
Yeah. Girl, I'm a hot dang
No,
mess.
girl, you rocking that hat.
I'm about to be 38 years old, a hot mess. I couldn't even
38?
wash my hair this morning.
You're not about to be 38.
I'm about to be 38.
Oh my gosh.
Let's talk about you. Love Lies. Okay, so
Yes.
I see you do this performance with Khalid, and you guys are just like the best. You could tell that he respects you, and it's not one of those. And I don't mean to talk bad about any other artists because they're all dope. But like, he's not grinding on you.
Right.
You're not. It's one of those like, yes, this is like, she looks good.
Right.
Oh my gosh, he has like that respect.
Right. And that's honestly just comes with us being the best of friends and us having that understanding, and
You guys met through music?
we met through like social media, and we had been communicating for some time because we were both huge fans of each other. And he invited me to his Young, Dumb, and Broke music video shoot because he had a bunch of his friends. And then from there, it was just, the rest was pretty much history. And we felt like we knew each other for the longest time. And he's such an incredible artist, but an even greater friend. And I'm just so happy to like have him in my world. And it just was really both of us wanting to get into the studio because we were both really passionate. Yeah. And we didn't even know what we wanted the record to sound like, to be completely honest.
But it's an amazing record. So Love Lies comes off of, it's a second single off of Love, Simon.
Right.
Which is like teen rom-com. I mean, it's right there. It's who you want to speak to. You're 21, turning
Absolutely.
22.
Yep.
It's your audience. I'm the old lady. But
you're not
But
old.
I love that you and Khalid have that friendship, and you said that he was your spirit animal.
He is.
So you guys get into the studio, and what's that like when you're working with someone who you admire artistically and making music? Is it intimidating? Like what
Not
is
at
that
all.
feeling? Yeah.
Not at all. And because we were friends first, we kind of created that space, and because of the friendship, it allowed us just creative freedom and not us feeling like, oh my gosh, like, is this a bad idea, or like intimidated? I mean, there are some situations like that can be like that because depending on who you're working with, you get like nervous, but with him, it felt like one big jam session.
And he's younger than you, so are you like big
He's
sis?
like 20.
Yeah,
he's
is
20.
he?
I'm about to be 22. So.
Okay, so not that much younger.
Not that much younger.
Okay, so how intimidating
We're
is
like
it
here.
with Missy Elliott?
Now that one, I'm going to have to prepare myself for a week ahead. a week prior.
Okay, so you haven't even, it hasn't even started yet where you were able to work with Missy just
right.
yet.
We haven't gotten into the room yet, but we have definitely been in conversation.
Isn't she the most inspiring? Like, I watch her tweets. She will, like, the fierce that you are.
Right.
Propel.
Right.
She's all about it. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? Like, and you need those people to work with.
Especially her being just a strong woman in such a male-dominated field. Like, for me personally, I don't really know any other female producer that's done it like Missy Elliott.
Right.
You know, and not even her just being a female, but just her as an artist. Like, she's changed the game.
She's changed the game, and
she's literally worked with everybody that I'm inspired by. I mean, I'm even inspired by like the 90s R&B, and every single record. Like, honestly, I call it the Missy Elliott era.
Yeah, it was the Missy era. It was her and Timbaland. Like, they killed it.
They killed it, and they brought something new and fresh. And she has this way of thinking so forward and so ahead. It's like she already knows what's hot before everybody else is even thinking about it.
So if people are clicking on this interview, which they will,
she's like,
come on. What do you want people to know about you? You know, people will associate you with what you've done already. Like I said, your career has been
right.
By the way, I can't even pronounce your dance partner's name when
Val Shmerkovsky.
See, that's another one. Butcher his name too. But you've done, you know, what do you want people to know about you as an artist and about this upcoming album? It's later this year, right?
It's later this year, top of like next year. So
okay. What do you want them to know about you as an artist, and what do you want them to kind of when they come across they think of you?
Honestly, I just want to get to a place where I think highly of myself, you know, as an artist, as a woman, and not being afraid to speak about things that I hadn't necessarily been able to speak or touch on before. And even, I mean, I just performed at Fallon, for example, for the first time by myself. For me, before I even went on, I said, God, just let me not prove to everybody else, but most importantly, prove to myself that I'm okay and I got this. I can do it gracefully and I can kill it in the group, but I can also do my own thing and really hold my own.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just being able to creatively go any place that I want and me being happy, because in the end of the day, that's success to me. And for people to really get a sense of who I am for the first time, because even being in the group, like, you probably only know a fraction of who I am, because it's a lot of information with having 5 girls. So I just want people to really get to know the person that I am in here. So
right, when you say that you're growing yourself, and what is the most vulnerable? When do you feel the most vulnerable?
I feel the most vulnerable, honestly, with people that understand me. I feel like with my family, with my friends, people that don't necessarily
see you as Normani.
See me as Normani from Fifth Harmony.
Right.
But they see me at home. They see me insecure.
They keep you grounded, don't they, though?
They definitely keep me grounded, which is why I keep my mom and my best friend on the road with me.
I was going to tell you, who's your strength? Who's your female, like, who's around you that kind of gives you strength to...
Oh, my mom, definitely.
For sure.
And my best friend. My grandmother would be here, but she's holding the house down with my dad. My dad's working, so... Yeah, my family.
I love that you're still close to them, and you're young, so you know that you're gonna be this huge sensation. And you see all these big, not that you're not already. That sounded horrible the way that came out, but I mean, like, to the point where you're gonna be so busy working,
right? So
to have that
foundation, it's all about foundation for sure.
So social media, double-edged sword, would you say?
Yes.
Have you ever gotten in trouble with something that you sent out, or you had to take something back, where you were like, okay, let me pause. This might not look good in 6 months.
I'm pretty smart, I feel, about social media, especially because we started at such a young age. So it's kind of like we had to learn real fast. Yeah. But I've definitely been, I mean, I feel like there's definitely like two ways of social media. You know, there's the negative, like trolls and everything. And then there's also social media, for me personally, being great to communicate with fans across the world that I haven't had the chance to meet. But I was bullied like 2 summers ago, and I had to step away from social media.
From who?
Just
troll, like people just talking down to...
Yes.
Wow.
Like racially bullied.
You know, I'm not, you know, I went like this and then I realized, not so
surprised.
Yeah.
You're not surprised, right?
Not so shocked. No.
Yeah.
No. And then
And
people
that's
make
sad
fake
for
accounts
you
to
not
do
to
that.
be shocked because
Right.
it's such a normalized thing.
I used to be. And then I just, you know, more and more as I see it coming up and I see how people talk, like people will even do it to me and I'm like, yo, I'm just on the radio. Like,
Right.
calm down.
Calm
You know
down.
what I mean?
So imagine for me. Like,
Right. They hang on your word. They hang on your outfit. Anything.
and not even knowing you. And they make up things in their mind or like, oh my God, like what if I'm having a bad day?
Right.
I'm allowed to have a bad day because I'm a human just like you are.
Mm-hmm. I was talking to my coworker about that. You know, I said sometimes, you know, these celebrities come in and they're tired or they're hungry or they've been on the road or, you know, and they come in and there's an expectation from the both of us.
Right.
I'm expecting you to do something so that I get my clicks for
Right,
work.
right.
You're expecting me to ask you the right questions so you can plug your music. You know, there's a lot of expectations. But sometimes, like you said, people have bad days.
People have bad days. And I feel like considering those bad days, like we had done a pretty good job of keeping it together. You know, and always making sure we speak to everybody anytime we walk into a room, no matter how tired we are. Just because that's not what we were told to do, but that's who we are as people.
Yeah, you have to treat people as human beings, not
Absolutely.
I'm above you, I'm below you.
Absolutely.
But
and
still,
it's like people don't give us credit for that. They just
no.
hate.
It's like the norm doesn't stick for celebrity. They don't, you know what I mean? Like they expect so much from you, but then at the same time, they don't give you any leeway.
Not at all.
You can't make a mistake.
Not at all.
Yeah, I feel for.
And imagine that at 15 years old.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine it. At 15, like I said, 22, I was
confusing. You questioning like, oh shoot, am I this? You start to believe what you're reading. So
I'll tell you who I talked to when I was 22, and you know who she is. A-Marie.
I love her. I was just listening to one thing in the car.
I had a Twitter on, and I was like, let me go back because I saw something with Why Don't We Fall in Love? I was like, get back. She makes me want to put on shorts, even though it's not even hot enough for it. You know, I talked to her, and she, a lot of times when you're talking right now, it sounds like she was just a positive person with good vibes. You know what I mean? And you never know where the career is going to take you, but she talked to little old me over the phone, and it wasn't even like we were recording an interview. She literally just called to say thank you for being a fan of the music because I pushed for them to play the song in Hawaii, little old island. So she just called to say thank you, and I thought that's stuck in my mind. I'm like forever a fan of hers.
People are always going to remember how you made them feel, for sure.
Right, because but it's a double-edged sword because they put you on this pedestal, like
Yep.
So that's why I told you thank you for making time for us.
Oh my God, thank you guys for even wanting to have me and you making time for me. Like it goes both ways.
Yeah. Well, now I'm clocking. I'm watching you. I won't troll you. I promise. It's all good vibes. But I'm gonna be like, all right. I'm waiting for this album, Normani. Let's get it on, and I can't wait to see you again.
Thank you so much.
When you
Tati. See,
thank you.
It's not that hard. It's not Tati.
My day's over and done. Yeah, right. And then the line through the foundation.
Oh, the streak.
Yeah.
That's happened.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.